All right, everyone, welcome here to a live Scrimcast. We got the Pandas here on the Legion side taking on Cool Kids here on the Hellborn side. Got a co-caster today, so I don't have to solo cast. We got JP here, the half Filipino, half Chinese. Did I get that right? Are you half Chinese, half Filipino? I can't remember.
It's alright.
Am I close?
I'm full Chinese, and then I grew up in the Philippines.
That's what it is. All right, so you're
Yeah,
you're not really Filipino, but
yeah,
we pretend you are. You're Filipino at
yeah.
heart.
It's good enough. It's good enough.
All right, JP. So who's gonna win game one here, and what kind of weird strat are we gonna see from one of the teams? Give me some predictions.
Predictions. Oh boy. Uh, I don't. I don't really know. I don't really see. I haven't really seen cool kids play, so I don't know what they have going on. I'm not quite sure what their
Uh-huh.
usual strategy is.
Okay. Well, it looks like they got a ringer here. I think Blore, Mr.
Glory,
Sinker Gamer 7 here. He's like a
Mr.
universal
Nede.
ringer for a lot of teams. He's ringing for Hellborn here. We also got Ramity drafting today for the Pandas, stepping into the driver's seat. All right, we got some picks going on. Let's talk about the band. So we got Ophelia, Warbeast, and Shadowblade from Legion. Then we got Artillery, Magmus, and Chipper. Anything really weird there? Or are those pretty strong heroes to ban out at the first banning wave? What do you think?
Pretty standard. Shadowblade obviously is always going to be banned nowadays because it's so strong and laning.
Yeah.
And also artillery. Oh boy, that hero.
Oh boy, I like that. That's good.
Oh boy.
Okay, what do you think about the War Beast? We got a couple jungle bands here, the Ophelia and the War Beast. What do you think about those bands?
I think they're really good. I think wait, who banned them? Hold on one second.
Um, so
Those were
Ophelia
Legion,
was,
right?
yeah, both were banned by Legion, and they
Uh,
have the first pick.
I see. I believe it's because they're trying to keep it so that they have control over long lane.
Okay.
They're trying to avoid having a active jungler gank them from the fog.
Okay.
I get it.
All
It
right.
makes a lot of sense. The pandas aren't their strengths are in laning, so they try to make sure that everything goes as accordingly. So they're banning those heroes. I get
All
it.
right.
I
So we
get
got
it.
a first pick, Geomonster. Then we had an Andro and a Pharaoh picked up by Hellborn. So they are done with their picks for now. They get the final pick of the game there coming up. But we have Apex and Sir Bensington picked up following the Geomancer. So looks like some pretty heavy team fight heroes over there. And then we got a little bit more single target with the Pharaoh and the Andromeda. What do you think about the picks so far? Uh, Halfway through
Uh,
the draft.
very interesting. Very active on the Legion side, like you said, and then there's a lot of counter initiate and a lot of save coming from the Hellborn side. So
Yeah.
a lot of defensive heroes coming up from the Hellborn side right now.
Okay, so perhaps we see the Mage Bane being shadow picked. Perhaps they could be looking to pick up a hard carry with the kind of defensive sort of setup that you're kind of talking about
Yeah.
there. Maybe that Mage Bane could be kind of telling to something, but we'll have to wait and see here. Um, so we got some more bands coming up here. The first one going to be Flux. So it looks like they're kind of expecting that wombo combo sort of style with the Apex and the Geomancer, getting rid of that Flux already. I see the Sandwraith band coming out from Legion. Um, so they pick up a global hero, Sir Bensington. They say, hey, we're gonna take this one, but we're not gonna let you get the other one. What do you think about that? So they ban out the Sandwraith there.
Yeah, they're trying to control the game and not have a lot of counter initiate come up from nowhere. Huh.
Okay.
Interesting. I like the draft so far, or the band so far.
So
Makes a
now,
lot of sense.
yeah. So now we have Moira, Vindicator, and Tempest. We got one more band coming up. So all over the place, really. We have a core hero Flux, we have a carry, and then we have a couple of supports. Now a jungler with the Tempest. Do you think the Tempest was reactionary to the Vindicator and the Moira bans, or is it just another AoE style hero to set up that team fight for Legion?
Just trying to protect the. Huh.
Because they have an Andromeda and a Pharaoh already picked up, so the Tempest
I
ban is a little interesting to me, to say the least. But it would go pretty well with Legion's lineup nonetheless.
yeah, quite interesting. I think they're just trying to prevent the slowdown for their. Oh, they're changing the shadow from mage main to a gladiator. Okay, so
Okay, yeah.
I guess they are trying to pick a counter initiate theme. Oh,
So Oogie, the last ban, they would have had the last pick to be able to pick that up if they wanted to without the possibility of a counter pick coming in. Suppose the Oogie ban is quite good there as well. Ooh, a Gauntlet's being shadow picked. That would be pretty fun to watch. I do like some Gauntlet. They would have two hooking heroes if they pick up a Gauntlet now.
yeah, a lot of single target for sure. Um,
Ooh, a Bubbles. Okay. A Bubbles and a Deadwood. So a lot of early to mid game now to supplement that Pharaoh and Andromeda. Again, like you talked about, the counter initiation. They throw a Bubbles
yeah,
on top of that um, with his crowd control.
yeah,
So they have heroes that don't really need portal keys to be getting involved in those team fights early on, which I kind of like. They have both the Pharaoh and the Bubbles. We'll most likely see a portal key on the Deadwood and perhaps even the Bubbles later on. But as far as the early game goes, they have that initiation tool. Um,
you know what's interesting? The Legion's draft is pretty much a lot of their heroes are pretty much all in. Once they stun in or they charge in, they're pretty much
yeah.
stuck in place. So the Hellborn team is actually, I think they're doing a great job trying to counter this lineup that Legion has drafted.
hmm So we see a Monarch and a Zephyr. We're going to see another core here picked up for Legion. So they have essentially a tricore with the Apex, but two semi-cores here with the Bensington and the Zephyr. So they have a lot of mid-game now. And then we see the Scout pick up, so they did go for that more hard carry style hero. So what do you think? We got a dual, like we'll call it a dual slash tricore on Legion versus the, well, for the most part, single core of Scout. What do you think of the two lineups in comparison?
Um, yeah, I think having a dual core is for sure a good thing for this side because for Legion because it kind of helps set up for late game just in case they're not able to lock down the scout. I think ganging up on him late game is a good call by Ramity's drafting.
hmm
The scout is kind of greedy here. I think a lot of their heroes are on Hellborn side is pretty much trying to hit timings. So depending on how laning phase goes for them, it's gonna heavily impact their mid game here.
So something that I noticed here. So I casted the VPOG tournament last weekend. Can't believe it was actually a week ago already. But our Hellborn team here, cool kids. So they played in that. Our Legion team did not. They are a newer team, but they had Imbapingu as actually. We might hold on. We might have a clash here. Sir Bensington, Pharaoh actually gonna get caught out here by. Was this all five Legion players? That's gonna be a bloodless
It's
kill.
all five.
So, and oh boy, is that the mid Apex getting the kill? Or no, it looks like he's going to be playing offlane this game. He has items to perhaps go into the
Gonna be really
offlane,
good
but
for the
wow, that's a bloodless for the offlane Apex. That will most certainly help him to try to get the experience up here. We see Hellborn looks like they want to do a defensive tri-lane with the Deadwood picking up boots. So they are recognizing they need to make sure the scout gets a good start here in game one because he's going up against that multi-core lineup from Legion. We'll have the Sir Bensington Monarch against the Pharaoh now. G-Mancer, not too sure exactly where he's gonna go, but he's got support items, so we could see him start bottom. We could see him rotate mid or top. Most likely gonna do a lot of movement this game. Apex will be, as we talked about, going up against the Tri lane. But something I wanted to talk about was Imba Pingu playing the bubbles here. He played mid in one of the games in the tournament, and he did very well. And they ended up winning that game. And then in games two and three, they swapped him to offlane, and they ended up losing both those games. So I like that he's playing mid here. We see a kill. So again, both teams looks like they're doing 3 versus 1s in their short lane. So looking to protect their. Looks like Apex most likely gonna die here. I think we got another Comet Stun coming up. Not even gonna need it. Just the boots from Deadwood. So Apex going down. Now he did pick up his Marchers though, because he got that Bloodlust, so he got enough gold there to pick up the Marchers, but he will not have a TP now to go back up there. I would have liked for him to have gotten a TP from the supports to perhaps go up there, but both suicides are having a very tough time here to start the game off. But the difference being Apex getting the Bloodlust, so we have 1-1 versus 0-2. So they're gonna more or less be keeping them off the experience. We'll see if Apex can get any XP now, as looks like Deadwood did pull the lane up there. So who do you think should win mid lane, Bubbles versus Zephyr? We have a 9-0 Zephyr against a 10-0 Bubbles.
Oh, oh,
Oh,
Bubbles just ported. Oh,
oh,
wow.
Pingu. I don't know if that was the
Clean.
right play, but he just ported into the into the
Tower
tower. Wow. All right, so that's well, I guess I got my answer. Who's gonna win this mid lane? Zephyr's
Yeah,
was doing decently. I mean, Bubbles was
Zephyr.
doing okay up until that mistake, but
I think.
he's got a life tube now on the Zephyr. It's gonna be a lot harder for Bubbles to kick him out of mid with the level advantage, and if he picks up a very early Helm of the Black Legion, uh, man, I don't know what Bubbles can really do to kind of kick Zephyr out of lane.
There's the
We got an Invis
Geomancer.
Geomancer here from the 2-minute rune at the bot area. I think they need to bait out the Shell Surf before they can go for a kill. So we have Deadwood also in the nearby area. Looks like Zephyr might be trying to bait this as well. No Rotten Grass comes out though. There's the Shell Surf, but with Deadwood here. Oh, but the Gust missed. So
Brown Panda.
unfortunate. He's going to miss the
Oh,
Rotten Grass. Geomancer though
oh.
says, "I feel bad. I'll walk into it for you. Get a little damage." Get a little damage in there, but neither side gonna net themselves a kill as they were kind of playing that cat and mouse game there for a little bit. Pharaoh, he's got
Yeah,
the level
Pharaoh.
1 Hellfire. He's actually putting some pretty good pressure here on the Monarch. Now Bensington, he's not really making his way over. He's saving up a lot of gold here, so he's not going for the boots just yet. Mid lane, we have Geomancer. He's going to use the Dig Stun. Are they going to turn this one around? He will sacrifice himself. They get the kill there onto the Deadwood first. So both supports going down. Now Zephyr has another Gust coming up. And Bubble's very low on life. He does need to be careful here if he catches him with the Shell Surf. If he gets him to use that Shell Surf, rather. He could potentially go for a Gust here. Oh, a little too close to the tower. But Deadwood already respawned only level 2, so... Meanwhile, in the bot lane, Pharaoh goes down once again. He is not having a good game. He is still level 1. Credits to the Pandas down there in the bot lane really, locking him down. We have a fight here at the bot rune, but Zephyr will concede that one over to Deadwood. Double damage will actually spawn top. Zephyr, he's very close to his Helm of the Black Legion. When he gets that, he is going to be in a very comfortable spot. So we have the Geomancer picking up the double damage with the Marchers. Now there is only 2 top. He could potentially go up there for a kill, as they are playing very pushed up. Apex, meanwhile, he's getting tower dove here by the Scout. He's going to use that Fire Surge though, and just enough distance there as he pops the health potion. Andromeda with the Aurora on cooldown cannot remove that. Yep, mid lane we have a Rotten Grass. Bubbles is gonna go in. Silence comes out. There's the Cyclones, but too much damage. The Deadwood is going to help bring him down there. So that's actually a very important kill, as again Zephyr was getting really close to his helmet. So Geomancer looks like he was stacking in the jungle. He wasn't
Yeah, he left
close
too
enough.
early a little bit. Yeah, he was sitting there for a good while leeching XP, and then just left him.
So Bensington, he's got the steam boots. It looks like he's not going to build into anything too greedy here with his complete free farm that he's been having. He's still actually not farming as well as the Zephyr, which is interesting. But he does have the 31 last hits. He's going to hit level 6 here. We could possibly see a Nightfall. Bubbles did just use his Shell Surf. Perhaps even in the top lane when Apex hits level 6. Um, we could see some Nightfalls pretty soon. So Deadwood, he's kind of doing a similar thing here to what the Geomancer's doing, looking to stack the jungle. But we have Zephyr already going in there. He takes out the easy camp. He got that hard camp tripled already. Geomancer gonna assist there with some spells. This is a lot of farm for the Zephyr. We'll see if he picks up his marchers or something like a blood chalice to upkeep that mana coming up. But we'll have the haste rune spawn here at the 6-minute mark here for Bubbles. Picks up the soul trap on top of that. I love the soul trap pickup on the Bubbles. So yeah, anything you want to point out? Did I miss anything here
No,
just yet? Scout looks like he goes for the Ghost Marchers. He's on almost 400 GPM, so similar story to the Bensington. Looks like he's got more last hits than the Bensington though. Does that surprise you that he's on 48 versus the 36? Both heroes more or less with uncontested farm here. Oh, here Zephyr, he's gonna get spotted on this ward of sight. He's gonna go down as they rotate over the Deadwood and the Bubbles. That ward of sight was very well placed there from Deadwood to spot that rotation out as they collapse. So that will be Zephyr's second death of the game, but again, he's still farming 400 GPM despite having those 2 deaths. So the stacks are still being cleared. They're getting those resources taken out. He's on 63 creep kills due to those jungle stacks. So top lane, we have Geomancer with the Geostalk. Here comes the the Endless Fire. Will we have a Nightfall coming out? Looks like Scout will end up falling, I believe, to that dot damage from Apex. Now Andromeda, he has a TP, but he's going to have to do a sick juke to get out of this one. Can Nede make the escape? Oh my god, is he actually... He's going to even show himself here in the tower. 3 players getting juked by the Andromeda. Are they going to be able to catch him, though? Oh my god. Nede is making the plays. That was a nice juke there. He kind of more or less just kind of walked in a straight line though.
Yeah.
So perhaps just the mind games of like, I'm just gonna do the thing that they think I won't do, which is not juke, and it's gonna work out. That's pretty funny. But now we have Zephyr actually in the Hellborn's jungle. I really like this. Looks like he is not spotted here. They don't have any wards, as they currently have them in the Legion's jungle. So this is a very heads-up play by our Legion side here to kind of steal away their resources. They appear to have no information of this, right?
Yep.
They're not making any kind of rotations here. Perhaps they even think that they're in their own jungle. So this is very sneaky. Geomancer also using the Geostalk, so giving that information. They see no one's coming. No, the Geostalk did just run out. Oh boy, Deadwood's gonna say, hey, what's going on here? My stacks are missing. He's gonna go for the Rotten Grass. Zephyr does a nice job of avoiding that one. They might actually kill him. The Dig Stun's going to miss. The Earth's Grass, I believe that did hit. Now Andromeda is here. Pharaoh and Bubbles are here. Now Zephyr, he's gonna get the Kel Field. There's the Comet Stun. I don't think Zephyr can get out of this one. But you know, is that the worst thing? Is that like they took all of the stacks? They made the entire Hellborn team, just, you know, aside from Scout, rotate there. They got a kill, and they got all the gold on Zephyr. He's still 420 gold per minute, so that's pretty good, I think, still.
Yeah, all these plays are actually working off the Legion side. That's actually surprising that they didn't have a single ward there for the longest time. And they could have gotten away with it if Deadwood wasn't so diligent on
top tower. We have a beautiful deny coming in from our Apex. The port is coming in. Here comes the Armageddon. They will sacrifice the Andromeda here, but a beast deny coming in there from the Apex. 2 versus 1 as he times that last hit perfectly. Bottom lane, we have a Joust on the Sir Bensington. There's the Rotten Grass, but no Willowmaker. He is just level 5. Level 5 on the Pharaoh as well. That will be the 1 kill. Will they be able to go for a second kill? Here is the question. Excuse me, Bubbles is coming in from the flank. He has the Spell Shards picked up, level 1. There's the Shell Surf coming in, and he will get silenced up by the Monarch, so he does not pour it in with the Song of the Sea. Now they do get the kill onto Monarch as well as Sir Bensington. The TP's come in. from Geomancer and Apex, but no Armageddon there, and Geomancer without any more mana, so
Wait,
we could perhaps
yeah,
see a kill here. The Fire Surge will be used to avoid that Comet Stun. He decides to actually go back in. Now the spells are coming back up from Bubbles. That was
oh
a
wow,
mistake. That was definitely a mistake coming in from Apex there, as he overextended there. Geomancer could also be in trouble. Doesn't have mana for the
Master.
dig stun, and that's gonna be a second kill. As I talked about it, man, Mbapingu there, he made that one mistake in the beginning, but since then he's on a 7 kill streak, and he is
Yeah,
500 gold per minute on the bubbles. So he said,
isn't this
maybe I'll just give them a little hope there, make a misplay, and see what happens.
you know, you know what? Yeah, Impa Pingu has always been great with this hero. Ever since I've known him, he's been really good at the playing bubbles. What's
hmm
interesting though is he went Striders on this hero instead of the usual Steam Boots pickup.
So if we're gonna use the Typhoon here, he really wants these creeps. Now, Deadwood is level 6 now, and we see several heroes rotating in from the Hellborn side. Now they will be forced to fall back. Rotten Grass going to land onto 2. They scouted out with the Aurora, and they will fall back. Apex, he does not have an Armageddon for 5 more seconds. Looks like they want to pursue this kill. G-Mancer is going in with the Dixon. He does miss. Here comes the Armageddon. It lands onto 2. They will get the 1 kill here onto the Deadwood.
Oh wow, this is pretty big. I think this is a great opportunity for Legion side to start pressuring towers. Seeing that the Zephyr now has armor boots and his health, it's going to be really hard for them to kill him.
So we had the bottom tower fall there to the Legion. Bubbles coming in. Gonna force Bensington to fall back. He does have a double damage and a Cal field. That is quite scary. I believe he could solo kill the Bensington if he catches him one more time. Here comes a Crystal
Oh
Field
wow.
in on the TPs. Both Pharaoh and Andromeda getting stunned by that. That's going to be a beautiful Crystal Field. Calfield does come out on the Zephyr. He's healing up with the Cyclones. There's the Soul Trap though. And now Bensington is here with the Nightfall. Zephyr is going to survive. The Marksman shot comes out on the Apex. They do not bring down the Zephyr as Scout.
Wow.
Is he going to be able to snipe
Oh,
out the Zephyr? Oh, he actually leaves him at 15 HP. Geomancer falls to the tower. It's a double tap coming out for Deadwood. I believe the Willowmaker was used there perhaps on the Bensington. I did miss that one, but he picks up the double tap. So a very messy team fight coming in. Pretty chaotic there, but beautiful Crystal Field to start that off, setting up 2 kills. Looks like they got the Savage 6 streak from the bubbles as well. So who do you think won this team fight, JP?
the Legion side won that team fight, even though they did get return kills, but they got return kills on Deadwood, which is nah, I guess not that bad. It gets closer to this PK, but it's gonna take him a while. I mean, Zephyr ended up ahead there. Now he's got more items, more gold lead.
hmm
It's gonna be really huge coming up when it's mid-game hits. Oh wow,
So
setting up set up a
yep,
kill
here comes
here.
Wrath of the Pharaoh. Mummy Walls locking down the Zephyr. This is 3 players. Here comes
Oh
the Cleansing
wow,
Window from Monarch to remove
Monarch.
that Soul Trap debuff. And they're going to get the 1 kill
Oh
on the
wow.
Typhoon. Bubbles, is he going to fall to the creeps? The auto attack from Monarch. Bottle Sip's coming in from Mbapingu though. He's going to use the Shell Surf. And he will stay alive, just barely living life there on the edge. Meanwhile, the tower gets denied in the mid
Oh,
lane. Here comes
Apex there.
Apex though from the flank, landing the 2-man Fire Surge on top of that Armageddon. And it's going to be a double tap coming in for the Zephyr as Apex cleans up the Bubbles. So Bubbles dying back-to-back times here now, going all the way down to 415 gold per minute. And a big bait coming in from Zephyr as the team support got there just in the nick of time.
Top is the carry versus carry going on here.
Yeah,
Oh boy,
Bensington, he's silenced up right now. He's got to make the juke. Scout, can he get the auto attack off? The
there we
Joust
go.
comes in, and he's actually going to make the escape as they get the tower in the bottom lane. So I was going to bring up the point to you. So Bensington, we talked about he had more or less free farm this game. Are you surprised by his GPM being below 400 here at the 15-minute mark? He has the 2 deaths, but is
I'm
level 11 just like the Scout here.
yeah, I am pretty surprised, but then again, I'm not really a big fan of carry Bensington.
hmm
Maybe that's an NA thing, but it's just it's not the fastest farmer, you know, and if your team's not very active, he doesn't really scale very well. I don't think.
hmm
but that might be a lack of understanding of the hero.
So Apex goes for a Helm of the Black Legion here. What do you think of that pickup there on the position 3 Apex?
Yeah, I don't think he needed that. I think they already had the Zephyr to frontline for him. He just needed to go in there and deal the damage that the to help the Benzington clear out the enemy team.
So something like a
Yeah,
Spell Sunder, perhaps?
yeah, Spell Thunder would be very ideal. I don't think
We got a
the
Nightfall
Helm is
coming in.
necessary here.
Looks like they're going for the bubbles here. He does get stunned
Oh
up.
wow.
Did they burn? Looks like they burned his song or his shell surf and his take cover. Bensington came in there. So looks like
Felt like
Zephyr
it
actually
would.
got the kill there. Okay.
Yeah. Oh wow. Very close. Wow.
So we have a light brand picked up on Zephyr. Looks like he's going for Dawnbringer. You like that pickup following the... Well, it looks like he went Plated Greaves and a Sackstone following up that Helm of the Black Legion. He's built very tanky this game, but do you like the Dawnbringer pickup on the Zephyr?
You know what? I was thinking you should get an idol, but seems like they're unable to. Seeing from the last fight that they took, it doesn't seem like the Hellborn side has enough magic damage to take them
Oh
down.
boy, Zephyr here. They're bringing a lot of rotations up here. Now they don't have the Kelp field. Is this going to be
Oh wow.
enough? They used the marksman
Oh
shot already. Andromeda's here. There's a
wow.
Typhoon down. And Zephyr
I take
a
that back.
little overconfident, I think, without the tier 1 tower up here. As they spot him out with the scout, rotate everyone up there.
I think he needed an idol maybe or something to just defend himself from the spell shards bubbles. But we'll see. Maybe the extra HP from the Dawnbringer would be good enough for him.
Okay. So he's on no gold. We'll see if he bought anything out. He drops below 500 GPM there, but still the top farmer in the game. We have Cleaver and now Rune Cleaver into Abyssal Skull on the Scout. So what's your take on the Abyssal Skull on Scout? Do you like that over something like a Whispering Helm?
Uh, yeah, I think I like it just because it gives extra damage as well as the mana region that you can throw on Scout. But you know,
So what do you think he should
don't
look to
really
build
hate
into
with
as
it
his next item?
for the Scout.
Yeah, does he need more damage? Does
Uh,
he need something like a Shrunken Head for this?
I think his next item should be a Shrunken Head. I think a team fight is about to happen. If they're playing it as I think they would, I think they'd be more active now, pushing. The Legion would be pushing S5, seeing that they have all that advantage.
Uh-huh.
But then Scout's gonna be in big trouble if he doesn't have the Shrunken Head for it.
I gotcha.
But we'll see. We'll see how they play it out. I think I've seen this. The way I'm thinking it's gonna happen is that they're gonna take over the enemy jungle. They're gonna start pushing towers, push us forward, and then allow it to have that Bensington farm.
Okay, yep.
But
Looks like Bensington might be going for a Firebrand here, following up that Whispering Helm. Picks up the Thunderclaw there. He's now level 14. Still farming moderately well, 430 gold per minute. We have Bubbles picking up the portal key now. So we have a fight happening here in the mid lane. Willowmaker comes out on the Zephyr, but look at that minimal damage
oh
coming out as he's
wow,
so tanky. Monarch getting the brunt of this fight here. There's
oh
the Armageddon
wow,
and the Crystal Field on top. They're going to pick up 2
wow.
kills onto both the Bubbles here and the Scout. Big kills coming in. Now Pharaoh is also going to fall as the Digstun comes in. Andromeda, will he be able to escape? Don't tell me he's
Yes.
going to make another juke. Oh my god.
At this
This
point, I
Andromeda
think.
is just... I don't know, man. He just makes these crazy escapes.
Yeah,
I feel like for sure that should have been another kill there
yeah.
if they
I
split
think
up
they don't really care
appropriately.
about the Andro either because he's not that much of a big impact here. So, yeah, so again, I think yeah, the Shrunken Head should be the next item for Scout, but even then, it's gonna be really hard for them to fight into the Legion team. And considering that they have 2 cores of Legion and only 1 on Hellborn, it's gonna be really
Oh,
hard.
Bensington, he tries to land
Oh
the joust
wow!
there. Comet will come out, but no Rotten Grasp on top. A little surprised
Surprising.
they don't commit to that. As Zephyr did tank a lot of tower damage there. He was below half life, I believe, but he picks up the Searing Light now. Again, Zephyr at 17% hero damage for his team. Bubbles at 19%. So in that last fight, did Bubbles port into the Crystal Field or the Armageddon? He got melted.
Yeah, he
And
poured it in. He was trying to counter initiate along after the Pharaoh went in, but unfortunately they got caught up by Apex and then the Geomancer ulti.
so we have a portal key now on the Apex. So they have one initiation tool there. They're still needing the portal key on the Geomancer. He's getting quite close. So it
This
looks like
map is
he's buying some wards as well there to help out Monarch. But we have a Lex Talionis on Deadwood. Still no PK there. Scout on the 2,000 gold. So I guess in the next minute or next couple of minutes we'll see what he's going for.
Andrew's about to get caught out here.
Yeah, it looks like the Geostock is spotting that there is somebody here. We have Veiled Rot on the Monarch here. He's gonna run in. Is he gonna get the catch though? Bubbles jumps in.
Oh wow.
They're gonna burn down the Monarch there, but that's gonna be a really good trade there as Bubbles overextends. He was not able to use the portal key there with the take cover to kind of make that escape as he jumped in. They're looking for more here. Andro, oh my god, Andro is a ninja
Andro
this
is
game.
just, yeah,
He's living life on the edge, man, this whole game.
yeah, he's just
Imagine
making
anybody
plays.
just walks down here into the trees. We
Yeah.
have a Nightfall coming up. Top lane. Oh no. He misses the stun. I would have liked to have seen him just be really patient there. Just kind of auto attack. Perhaps use the Lance along once he hits him a couple of times. And then maybe wait to see if Pharaoh throws up the mummies or not.
He sits
Here
at
comes a
the middle
Typhoon in the mid lane onto the Deadwood. The Rotten Grasp is coming out. And he still has the Gust ready to go. He's going to Gust him backward there.
Wow.
That's going to be a kill. And that was a Willowmaker
Yeah.
also used. Again, you can
barely
see
done
how
anything.
little damage it does. He has 18
Yeah.
armor there on the Zephyr.
Yeah, this game is looking really rough for the Hellborn side. I think earlier on they just needed to play according to how their heroes were picked, which is mostly just counter initiate. They're forcing too many fights. They pretty much every fight that they lose, just got them further and further along from the from winning this game.
So Scout went for a shield breaker. He is still very vulnerable to this Legion side. There's so much magic damage.
You know what I don't like about that is just that you have a Deadwood and pretty much everyone's gearing up to defend themselves from that hero, and now you're building a shield breaker. I don't know.
So we see 5 players up here from Legion. The Pandas take out the tower. Apex jumps in. Doesn't have mana for his Armageddon. Still without mana there.
Oh,
Zephyr going to miss the Gust, unfortunately. So they get no kills there. I think I would like for Bensington to be across the map, but he's choosing to be with his team right now. He does have the Nightfall up.
yeah.
Bottom tower goes down more or less for free. I kind of don't like that they kind of give up that tower. They are
Yeah,
pushing
with
this
the
tier
Dagon
2 very slowly. We might even see a defense here, but Scout, he's currently farming out the Legion's jungle. Now, something I will say is I have not really noticed him placing too many eyes around the map. He does have one
True.
in the top lane, it looks like.
Oh,
But hold that
Zephyr's
thought as we
great.
actually have Pharaoh going in with Wrath of the Pharaoh.
Oh, very nice.
There's going to be the Nightfall coming in, Apex.
It
Still,
is.
or he does use the Armageddon there. There's the Crystals on the Bensington. Deadwood looks like he's gonna maybe get caught here. Another missed joust coming in from Bensington.
Oh, boy.
Deadwood is, oh my god, he's going
wow.
to make this game.
Oh,
Zephyr is
Scout
Kelfielded up. Solo
yeah.
Kelfield coming in. Here's Scout with the shield breaker, putting in lots of damage. They do bring down the Bensington and the Apex. Now Scout, will he be able to bring down the rest? There's a double tap, make it a hat trick. Is he going to fall though? The Crystal Field comes out. The Earth Grasp is doing some good damage. He's life stealing on the creep, and he's gonna make it a quad kill, says Scout, as the entire Legion team just melts their JP, missing that joust, coming to bite them from behind as Scout now, all of a sudden, 600 gold per minute.
Wow. That was very unexpected, but very good. I guess Shieldbreaker was the right pickup on this game. It helped allowed them to get 2 towers really quickly and then also win that team fight. Jesus.
That's a level 3 shield breaker, and now he has 3,000 gold, so we could be seeing,
Oh.
well, dare I say anything? A portal key, a shrunken head, anything could be possible coming up next for the scout. It's gonna steal up the ancients here.
Oh.
There we go. There's the shrunken head pickup for scout.
Are they missing a player? Is Ace supposed to be playing this game?
Ace is not here today. They have
I
somebody's
just
filling in for
realized.
him. I forget who. But we see a Kongor steal happening here, and I don't think we have any vision from Legion. This could very well just be a Kongor steal. It's gonna go down here, and that's the first Kongor of the game. 26 minutes in. We could definitely see the second one being attempted here, as that one went down very quickly. The scout now dealing lots of damage here with his shield breaker.
I was a
Kelfield
little
comes down,
worried.
locks out the Monarch.
Oh,
Willowmaker,
wow.
I don't know about that one, but you know, they get the job done. Looks like they're going to rotate over and try to take that Kongor. And this will be a token of life. This will be a token of life for the Scout. So he can drop that Iron Shield.
You know what? This is what I was worried about for the Legion team when they drafted this. They're so team fight oriented. They didn't really have a very strong late game carry, but we'll see how it goes. I could be wrong.
Yeah, so we still have both the Zephyr and the Bensington around 450 gold per minute. Bensington, I believe, just bought something, whether it was a Geometer's Bane or a Shrunken Head. I think he will need a Shrunken Head this game against heroes like the Bubbles, even the Deadwood Grasp kind of locking him in place. He might go down here. Here comes the jump from Bubbles. Marksman shot will be canceled there. Endless Fire comes out from the Apex. There's the swap, though, from Andromeda, saving
Wow.
the Scout. Now, he does have that token of life still. Bubbles will shell surf defensively.
Oh,
Scout gets the
wow.
kill there on the Geomancer. He's manning up here on the Zephyr. Lots of
Oh,
damage
here
coming in.
goes.
There's the
Oh,
Nightfall, though. It takes out the token. The Joust
oh,
will
he
not land as he does mistime that. The Shrunken Knight is popped now, and now Bensington's in some trouble. He will fall through the Scout. The Wall of Mummies are down, locking the Apex in place. Here comes the Marksman shot. One more hit needed there for that kill on the Apex as Deadwood. Oh, wow.
Oh,
Okay,
wow, he
Apex will
lived.
actually survive. No, he gets
Oh,
sniped out by the Pharaoh Tormented Soul. Buyback happens here from the Geomancer. So 3 players are down as Monarch also fell there in the beginning of that team fight. And we did see, actually Bubbles goes down to Bensington. I did not even notice that one, but Andromeda sacrificed herself. So I believe it was a 2 for 4 team fight with a buyback on the Geomancer there as well.
I think itemization was so important in this game. I mean, Legion needed that extra damage outburst from or output from
Apex?
Apex.
Yeah,
Yeah, this
okay.
tank build is just not working out from him. He just melted regardless of how much armor he had. That's very unfortunate. I mean, it really came down to item pickups here.
Okay. So we have the Geometer's Bane on Bensington. Safe to say he's still going to need a Shrunken Head. But again, no Spell Sunder on the Apex. I think the Helm of the Black Legion a little bit too greedy here. It's kind of talked about Zephyr being that frontliner for the team. Bubbles kind of jumps in here. But he is going to get caught by the Joust. There's the Willowmaker on the Bensington.
Oh,
Chrysalis comes
wow,
out.
Monarch
Crystal
totally
Field
realized.
landing onto a couple of heroes here. They're going to bring down the Bubbles in exchange for both the Geomancer and the
Oh,
Bensington. Now Zephyr, the Shieldbreaker, kicking in. Zephyr going to hold his ground, though, with that Dawnbringer Pharaoh. Very low on the uphill. Endless Fire comes
oh,
out from the
wow.
Apex. But did he apply the dot? It looks like they didn't get stunned up.
No, he did not. He didn't manage to auto attack before he ulted. These are really, really bad. They're
We
in a
see
really bad
Monarch going down there to the Scout. He is now a champion in New Earth, almost 700 gold per minute. Apex gets swapped back in, and Andro says, "Get over here, you. We are going to take
Oh,
you out
wow.
as well." The bloodbath now for the Scout here. as he's going to reach that 700 gold per minute mark. He picks up the Rift Shards, JP. Were you expecting the Rift Shards to come out
Wow.
from the scout? Now he is, I will say, he's against a couple of tanky heroes, being the Zephyr and the Apex. So there's a
Very
little
true.
merit there to the Rift Shards, but what do you think about that pickup?
I like it. I mean, he's dealing so much damage. Also, the Legion's positioning is a little off. They tend to stack up for the scout to cleave them down, so
Uh-huh.
that's quite unfortunate. When
Yeah,
I
they have a
just
lot of
think it's
melee heroes there. Yep.
yeah, damn. I like how Hellborn recovered throughout this game. They were really behind, and now they're just so far ahead from the Legion team.
We got a Soul's Bulwark picked up on the Deadwood, some further minus armor. Bubbles, he went for the post ace. He's had that for a while now, following up his.
Oh,
Uh,
here comes Deadwood. Oh, is he going to kill this guy?
he
Oh
wants the
wow, he
Zephyr. Okay.
waited.
So Zephyr getting hit with the crystals there from Monarch. He's going to go down nonetheless. The crystal field was used. Scout channeling the marksman shot. Monarch will go down there. So 2 kills happening already. Buyback comes in from the Zephyr. He does have a Typhoon still ready to go. Will they get the skill onto the Pharaoh? There's the Typhoon going to be used. They
Oh
will get the kill
wow.
onto Pharaoh. Kelfield did lock down, I believe, the Bensington. They killed the Bensington. No buybacks, only on the Apex. Now, I believe he's going to need to use that buyback if they do force the mid Rax here. He does have his Armageddon. Here comes a swap onto the Zephyr. There's the buyback coming in from the Apex, but
Oh
look at how
wow.
fast Zephyr dies, and he does
Jesus.
not have a buyback. Another
He
marksman
got it.
shot comes out there onto the Apex. And this fire
Oh,
comes
there's a
out.
big
Scout, I
damage,
believe he
but
does not have a Shrunken Head here. He will fall. They will get the counter kill. And will they also get the Apex to follow up that G-Mancer kill? Looks like they will. There's the Bloodbath streak going down in favor of Apex. So he gets a bit of gold there, but still without a buyback. I think Bubbles and Deadwood can at least break this tower. We have 20 seconds on the Bensington. So the tower does fall. There's the glyph to prevent some Rax damage.
this Monarch's
Oh, Willowmaker in the face. In the face, JP. In the face. He took it like a champion. Bensington's gonna
Oh
hit the
wow.
joust here, but
Oh
don't think he has the damage to bring down Bensington or Bubbles.
yeah.
This Rax is just gonna fall. The Soul's Bulwark really helping that out, it looks like. The Zephyr's here now, but no Typhoon.
Oh wow.
Oh, Pingu gets caught there by the joust, so he goes
Going
down.
there.
So, 1 Rax lead here for Cool Kids. We still have 2 cores here. No, they are down a couple of buybacks. Can we see a comeback here from our Legion side?
Uh, it's looking really rough for them. I mean, they've now lost map control and they've been just pretty much stuck in their jungle now.
This
They
is
don't
a
have
double
much
damager, and
place.
this
Oh,
is this is a
5-man
500
game.
damage scout. I want to see the crits, man. He's gonna crit for like 1k or something nutty.
There we
Maybe
go.
1200. I don't even know. He
Go and
gets
see how
a
fast he kills the Zephyr.
well.
Oh wow.
Deadwood kills the Monarch pretty fast. That much I know.
Yep. Deadwood just loves ulting the Monarch.
What's the crit? It's 2 time multiplier. Okay.
This
If he
1000.
if he crits, it'll be close to 1,000.
Yeah. There goes Pump. Oh, picked up a PK. Wow.
I love the portal key pickup on Scout. I was actually wondering if he would do that as well. Right now he's critting for 750.
They have the DE.
There's a Nightfall coming out.
Wow.
Oh wow, he's gonna catch the Scout out there. He did not pop his
Oh.
Shrunken. That is, I'm not too
Wow.
sure why Scout did not use his Shrunken there. Once he
Scout
saw the
just
Nightfall being channeled.
melted. Jesus. They're going to be able to kill here. Oh wow.
There's the
Oh
Armageddon.
wow.
Not going to stun them up, but going to apply the dot there. Needed the second kill there on the Pharaoh. Meanwhile, at the base, Monarch and Bubbles are going at it. Bubbles, he tablets himself out. Dick stun will be take covered. Bubbles is like, see ya, nerds. JP, this would be a good time for your famous line.
Bitch, easy.
There we go. Bubbles is saying, bitch, easy.
Sidestep God.
A plus
Although
one liner.
his uh his E's haven't been quite on point this game. Been catching a lot of skills to the face.
What's the it looks like this is a Europe server. I have 150 ping. You know, we've seen a lot of missed skill shots from Legion. Perhaps that is why.
Yeah,
I believe they're on a
very
Europe
true.
server.
Yeah, I
Something we
mean,
actually didn't really point out. You know, we have a North American team versus a European team here, so one team gonna always have the server advantage.
oh wow.
Monarch gonna survive this Willowmaker. That was without a Lex Broleonis, so Deadwood,
Major.
see you later. Or, okay, 4 HP.
Or,
Apparently,
oh
he's gonna live.
wow. Oh, don't do this. Oh wow.
Alright, apparently 4 HP was enough for Deadwood to live.
Amazing.
I spoke too soon. He's the one saying see you later.
Oh, here comes a rocket from Pharaoh. Oh boy, they're trying to counter this. This is going to
Bubbles
be
is here.
really
He's gonna
bad
use
for
the
Legion,
take
but
cover. He's
oh
gonna
wow.
port to his Surf. There's the Kelfield only on the Bensington. There's the team support coming in. There's the marksman
Oh,
shot on the Bensington. Crystals comes in to prevent some damage. And he does have the joust still. Shell Surf comes in as well. There's another silence. They will bring the
joust.
Bensington down. He did not joust out. And Comet Stun lands onto Apex. He does not have Armageddon for 3 seconds. But here comes Scout. But Bensington with the buyback. He comes in with the Nightfall. He's going to bring down the Andromeda. Will he be able to make the escape, though? As he will get rooted down. And that is going to be another death there for the Bensington as Apex does use his second buyback. Meanwhile, Zephyr
Oh, here comes
with the
Scout.
Typhoon gets the kill there onto the Pharaoh Monarch. See you later. 721 crit to the face.
Looking really grim.
Yep, we now have a 15,000 gold and 20,000 experience lead. Sheepstick just got picked up on the... Actually, no, he's had the Sheepstick. I didn't even notice that. 3,000 gold already on the bubbles. Comes a Willowmaker on the Zephyr. And there's the Sheep. He just melts. Armageddon comes out. There's a dig stun on top. No crystal field was used though. Geomancer's still without a portal key. Very unfortunate. Crystal field did come down there. Apex gonna get logged up here by the Deadwood. Maybe the tower gets a kill here on the Deadwood. Yep. Tower is owning there in the top base. They get the final pieces of the racks there. Bottom lane Rax's fall. And that's going to do it, JP.
As
38,
you can see
38
right there.
plus. Going to be enough here. Cool Kids take game 1. So,
Wow.
what do you think? Final thoughts. We had the dual core versus the single core there matchup.
Uh, you know, yeah. It came out exactly as I thought it would. Where it's like, if they don't shut it down early and really push into the base, they pretty much put themselves in a really bad position against a very hard carry.
Hmm.
Versus their two semi carries, what I would uh consider them as. I mean, they really had the advantage there. With the armor boots and the helm, I think the best play there was for Zephyr to get a barrier idol and then just push into the enemy base.
Okay.
Um, but I don't know. I think that was the best play that they should have done. But they had other plans, so I don't know. Yeah,
Yeah, I also
disappointing
think
loss.
Bensington perhaps needed an earlier shrunken head going up against
Yeah,
all
he
the
did
magic
melt.
damage.
He melted quite quickly in these fights.
Hmm. Yeah, and that's one of the issues I have with a short lane or short farming Bensington, because in order to take out jungle stacks, you need a Whispering Helm following up that Thunderclaw. But if you're playing
Correct.
more of that position 2 style of Bensington where you sit on lanes. You don't really need that Whispering Helm. You can build into like the earlier Geometer's Bane or the early Shrunken Head, which I think Bensington really needs once he nightfalls into those fights. He needs to be able to sustain himself against the magic, the stuns and everything, because he is very squishy. He just gets bursted down. And although the Zephyr was very tanky, they can just switch and go for the Bensington because he's the easier target there
Exactly.
to bring down.
And then the other thing was like just the apex alone without the extra damage output. The scout was running around with like 400 HP left or something like that. That I think if
Yeah.
he picked up a Sunder and
hmm
something else,
Also
it
felt
would
like
have
he
made
lacked
a big
mana
impact.
very often. He would run out of mana for Armageddon, and if he had something like a
Exactly.
Spell Sunder on top of the Chalice, he would just have more sustain. Don't really feel like the
Yeah.
Helm did a whole lot for him because we kind
Yeah.
of talked about it. We had the Zephyr already for the frontlining.
Yep.
So perhaps that in combination with a lot of skills I think being missed in the mid game, they cost themselves a lot of missed opportunities on kills, and
The
that
other
bought a
thing
lot
was
of time for the scout to get
yeah.
where he wanted to be.
If he had a staff on Zephyr, it would have been really huge too, because then the ulti alone would have saved Zephyr a lot of times there.
Mhm.
Um, yeah,
The
very
extra
unfortunate.
cyclone heal, the extra
Yeah,
damage output, the bigger ulti.
yeah,
There was a lot of melee heroes in this game too, so
yeah,
definitely easy to get a couple heroes in those
yeah,
AoE ultis often.
yeah,
But all right, I think that's good. We'll pause there. We have another lobby coming up, so we'll go on a tiny break here. We're gonna get that next game going, and we'll be right back here with game 2 coming up.